Welcome back to Everything All the Time. I'm Pat O'Brien. Court McCowan is back from his yachting vacation. Ty Babylonia is our guest, and she's still America's sweetheart. And, Ty and I did a jump one time in the studio.
Oh, my God. Will you stop talking about this? I searched
She was
on YouTube.
incredible.
It's not on YouTube.
It is on YouTube because I just saw it. I threw him, and he did a throw while.
You threw him.
Well, you have to jump. Yeah.
Oh.
And
See,
it was really
Court has
good.
no skill.
In all the years you skated with Randy, did you ever have to throw Randy?
Yeah.
No.
Did I ever have to throw Randy? No.
Yeah,
No.
but you threw Pat. That's all I want to. It's my point.
By the way, it's harder to get thrown. Ty, when you go to the Olympics, talk to me about sex. The whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't mean to bring that. It's pretty direct. Does sex hurt you? If you haven't, I'm just curious.
You got to rephrase.
I don't know why I'm asking you this question, but they always say don't have sex at the Olympics. Yet it seems like everybody is having sex.
Well, okay. Honestly,
Yeah.
I was still a virgin.
Okay, well then you don't know the answer.
So I can't answer that.
Well, the answer would have been sex really would have hurt.
Well, no, but I mean they always say it takes your legs out and everything, but then they give out 250,000 condoms.
Do they really?
It's an uncomfortable topic. When you got
I can't answer that because I was still a virgin.
But there's probably a lot of, especially in today's age with all the apps and all the stuff going around, there's probably a lot of shagging going on at the Olympics.
shagging.
Sex.
Shagging. How English of you? How British? Shagging.
There's some shagging going, but I would think that I would hope that a lot of these athletes are waiting till after their events.
No, but I'm told.
I was just going to say, I tend to think that they do. You know, it's you got to stay focused. You really got to stay focused. You know, you've worked, years and years and years to get to that point. Shag after.
There you go.
That's the name of your book, Shag After. It should be. Ty Babylonia is our guest, and by the way, still looks as beautiful as ever. And
thank you, Pat.
and
Well,
I love her to death. Now listen, when you're out there at the World Figure Skates or the World Figs or even Olympic trials or whatever, and it's just you. Finally, it's just you and Randy. What is that moment like? Because I'm imagining you look back at all the years of training, and how many times have you done your routine by then? Who knows? And you're just standing there. What's going through your mind?
Well, you're standing there. You hopefully you're well trained before you get out there. I mean, that's key. Is just knowing that you've had great training beforehand, which we always did. We always well trained before big competition. It's not so much when you get out there. It's like the 5 minutes when you're waiting to step the ice where it's so it's so intense and it's a little nerve wracking. But I'm speaking for myself. Once I'm out there and hear the applause, it's that's the best drug in the world. Either you love it or you're going to hate it, and I crave it. And it feels like you're home. It's like, okay, I'm home. This is my home. So now I just have to, as Scott Hamilton says, stay vertical.
And let's
stay vertical.
Yeah, I love Scotty. Now listen, but you've done your routine so many times, right? At that point, I mean, like Simone Biles, you think, God, I wonder if she's nervous. No, she's not. Right? I mean, it might be.
But the
butterfly-ish.
one thing that I always think takes the pressure up a different level. That's different than a lot of regular sports and everything in baseball or football, whatever is. This is once every 4 years. It's not like you get to do it. You've got 4 years, and if for any reason something happens and you don't fulfill the dream of it, you've got another 4 years
to wait.
So it's not like,
right.
I'm not taking away somebody being in the Super Bowl or being in the World Series or being something like, some of those things, but that happens every year. It's every year you get to compete for that. Olympics, it's once every 4 years. Is that a huge added pressure on that?
Absolutely. That makes it even more intense because, like with Lake Placid, with Randy and myself, we knew that was going to be our last hurrah. That would be our last competition, and then it didn't happen. So it's I can't explain it. But it's a family. You can't forget about the family. It's a commitment from the whole family. It's like we're all in it, but all eyes were on us, and it didn't happen.
Ty
out of our control.
Ty Babylonia is our guest. Why do you think I'll answer this, and then you can if you want. But why do you think you're still America's sweethearts? I mean, when I say I called Cord. I said I think we're going to get Ty Babylonia. He goes, "Are you kidding me?" He thought I was joking. But I mean, you're still kind of America's sweetheart at a young age.
Well, thank you. I think I'm going to go back to Lake Placid with how it went down and it not happening. And we talked about this earlier. We grabbed the hearts of the public, and they saw what happened was they saw that we were human. They saw that something didn't happen the way it was predicted to happen, and they latched onto it, and they still have latched onto it. So it's almost as if this was winning. It was better than winning a gold medal because we just captured so many hearts, and we were relatable, and how we handled it as, we were still teenagers, how we handled that, what happened after was crazy. And this was before paparazzi,
Yeah.
So I can't even imagine if this happened now with all the social networking and all this. I can't even imagine. I can't wrap my brain around it. But I am grateful. It's part of our history, and you move on and you learn from it. Tomorrow is not promised in any walk of life.
How about these idiots that they're not idiots, but they do false starts in the track and field, and you only get one now.
Oh,
and they're out.
They're out. Well, you also were in a time too in 76 and 80 when the Olympics, the Summer and the Winter Olympics were in the same year, which they've now changed this where they're every 2 years, and but you were also in 76 with a very famous Olympian, Bruce Jenner. And we talked briefly about this. You stayed friends with Bruce for a long time. And
yes, absolutely.
I'm still friends with Caitlin.
Yeah, and now what about Caitlin? Have you met Caitlin?
I haven't. I'm looking forward to one day meeting Caitlin. I've never met her. We all see her. She's out and about, and she got a lot of media. But I've known Bruce, or I knew Bruce since I was 16 years old, and it's just I can't even imagine with dealing with all that whatever he was dealing with, and having to hold that in for so long.
He's fine.
She's
fine. She's fine. Now, Ty and I found out a while ago that we have almost the exact same sobriety date.
Wow.
I love that.
She's November 4th, 2008, and I'm November 5th, 2008. And we were not together.
And the answer is still no.
The answer is still
no.
no.
The answer is still no.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.
Well, I just have to tell you that my mom, my mom would kill me if I didn't tell you that for so many years she followed you and loved you guys. And my mom was one of those. I think, and I say this for probably a lot of people in America at the time, that you guys really did touch their hearts, and I think that's an amazing thing that you guys did. That you can touch a country through a sport like that, and I don't think there's a lot of sports that do that. I think you've got gymnastics, you've got figure skating, there's not a lot of sports that happens in the Olympics.
Track and field 9 seconds.
I mean you don't have a lot of shot put guys on the cover of Wheaties boxes.
Right, and you know what? I was thinking, back in the 70s and even the 80s, there was an innocence that we had that I don't see now. We didn't have agents and managers and, this big group of people around us calling the shots. It was us, it was, the skaters and their coach. So there's an innocence that's been lost along the way also.
And now everybody's got a posse and they roll in.
These kids are very savvy. It's interesting. So different.
Do you ever run into Oksana Bayul?
Never.
Yeah.
Haven't seen her in ages.
Really?
I think she might be living in Vegas. I'm not sure, Pat.
She had a rough
Do you know how to
patch.
get a
We
hold
got
of her?
through it.
Yeah,
I know how to get a hold of her. She's great.
Yeah.
And I've known her since she was 11. Before we go, when you watch, well, are you watching the Olympics? The winter,
Yes,
the
I
summer?
am.
And,
You're-
and would you,
Yeah.
when you watch this, do you say to yourself, I know what that's like?
Absolutely. I got that question from another friend of mine, especially the opening ceremonies. You get those that little pang in your tummy, and because I know exactly what they're feeling, and it's the most exciting moment to walk into that stadium and people going nuts, and it's like all eyes are on you, and that's when you say, okay, I've done it. All that hard work from everyone,
Right.
family, coach, has paid off because I'm here and I'm in my uniform, my official uniform, and it's happening. It's the best.
Is there a real sadness at the closing ceremony? Is there a big difference? At the end? Is it just kind of like
I don't think
I feel
there
like
is.
I'm leaving all these friends?
I think they're happy to get out of town, aren't you?
I think they're that's funny.
I
They're
always was.
relieved. I think they're relieved that it's over. Yeah, of course they're going to be a little bit sad, but then there's with the young ones, now they think about the next 4 years. But for the older ones, it's like, okay, I
Right.
did it. Next chapter.
I remember leaving Sydney, which was a beautiful
Yes.
Summer Olympics, and I hosted that one. And we're going to the airport. I'll never forget
What?
the beautiful parks and everything were just full of trash and litter because the Olympics were over.
Right.
I'm like, so
Right.
long, suckers.
So long. Time to
I mean,
clean
it was
this up.
just like it was. I didn't mean it, but I mean, it was just perfect. Listen, Ty, let's stay in touch, okay?
Absolutely, Pat. Thank you so much.
And I love
you,
you,
Ty.
and I'm glad you're okay, and I'm glad you're good,
love you too.
and we still
Yes.
remember you. And Court's mom loves you.
Yeah,
Oh my God, Court, I love
We have to
that.
we have to get her a picture.
I gotta get a picture for my mom. I'll get
Absolutely.
I'll get a hold of you.
Absolutely. And
Thank
please thank you for her love and support. I love hearing that story.
That's awesome.
Ty Babylonia, thank you, honey. We'll talk to you next time.
Okay, bye.
There she
Bye-bye.
goes. Man, she is.
She's the best, dude.
She's really good. And you think about the pressure
Oh,
at 5'2", that little compact body. The God.
no.
Be back in a minute.